come to YouTube and you can go to the top left and click on your profile icon and click on YouTube Studio. Then what you want to do is come over to the left and click on Content, and you then want to go and click on Live. And you should go and see your broadcast here we've just created. Then what you want to do is hover over it and click on View in Live Control Room, so you can then go and see the stream here. Now you're pretty much ready. What you can then do is go and start your stream. So I'll just go.
Testing audio, testing audio. This is a test. I am trying to do a trade journal. Be honest with you, and this is personally and only for me. No one should be taking me as any trade advice or anything like that. Hold on, let me see something here real quick. Up here. Give me 1 second. I don't have the fastest internet here, but this is what I want to see. Oh, that's my wallpaper here. I love that. So this is where we are at. We are looking at NQ. Okay, yeah, there you go. We're looking at MNQ. MESU, as you can see, I'm right here with funded account Apex. This is where I'm at right now in terms of drawdown, and so this is going to be really difficult if it's this laggy, but we'll see what I can do. This is what I want to show you guys right now, and mostly me, I want to show myself. And then I'm going to go into some details here, but first I need to see what's going on with the YouTube broadcast here. I also want to bring this up. 1, 2, what is that? No. I do talk a lot to myself, but more so than anything. Let's do this right here. I want to bring this up. Alright, we're going to leave that up here. It's a disclaimer regarding what I do here. This is of course from my teacher, my mentor. He provided this to me. I want to leave that up here for a second while I look at some things here. Let's see. This is also my first stream. It is August 18, 2025. Alright. I know I have way too much open today, but I have a lot going on. As always, this is life. I hope the audio is okay. I have 0 subscribers as of right now, but yeah. Alright, so looks like this is live. I'm streaming right now, so this looks like a success. So we'll jump into the nitty-gritties right here. I'm trying to apply the silver bullet model. Let me do this right here. So this is what we will be looking at primarily, I guess. So on the 4-hour here, you can see ES made a higher high on the 4-hour. That's what I was looking at. But when we look at MNQ, it did not. So that's an SMT on the high. So I'm expecting lower prices. As far as liquidity wise, this is just imbalance here. I'm going to try to zoom in here. the imbalance here, it's not completely filled in, this imbalance. And plus we have these relatively equal lows, and we are currently, this big green bulky candle has gone up, so of course we're going to reprice down to here and possibly attack this. This is what I'm looking on a 4-hour for a weekly. We also have Jackson Hole Symposium, so again, I'm going to put this up. Nobody should be trading on what I have to say. Everything, take on your own risk. I'm not a financial advisor. Please bear that in mind. Anything I'm showing here is from me alone. My personal experience, growth, learning, and teaching is I am not a financial advisor. I'm not going to tell you to push a button. Please keep that in mind. Anything you do is going to be on your own accord, not me. I am not held responsible in any capacity for anyone taking any trades and the outcome of those trades. So please bear that in mind. This is where we are at today. Jackson Hole Symposium, extremely volatile. I highly recommend everyone be careful in the marketplace. Just because I'm looking at this right now and I am pointing this out for myself that this is going to go lower here. I do have some things marked out here and there, but we'll get into it. But as you can see, higher low compared to ES. I've also been practicing this for maybe about 2 years now. This is my third funded account. The first two, of course, I lost them. And I went to an exorbitant amount of other funded challenges, I guess you could say, and I didn't pass any of those, and I went AWOL, and I did a lot of things that I shouldn't have. As far as if you're going to ask me right now who my teacher and my mentor is, it is ICT. You can look him up. I will put his information on my description because, again, credit is due there, and that's what I'm going to leave that at. And so back to what my weekly analysis is because, again, on the 4-hour here, we have a higher high compared to NQ. So again, I think this is the stronger pair because it went high than NQ, and NQ made a higher low compared to ES. So with that, for a weekly objective, I can't really see. Maybe there's these lows here that I'm looking at for that's a weekly thing, or even possibly a monthly thing here. There are also some new week opening gaps that are clustered down here, where those relatively equal lows that I was looking at. I'll go over that later on a live stream, maybe tonight. But there's a new week opening gap and a new day opening gap down here. That the new day opening gap is within the new week opening gap, and that is a little bit of concern to me because as that is a magnet for price to be delivered down there. So we'll see how that entails long term. Maybe I'm looking monthly, yearly, but right now, in the near term week, I'm either looking here. If we do a massive push below this low here, and we push, then I'm going to be directing my focus for a weekly objective somewhere around here. Again, this is 63. Hold on, let me get the exact low on this. That is 63.87 and 3/4, and then you have this relatively equal down there low, which is coming at 63.91 and 1/4. So we'll see how that plays out. But if there's the Fibonacci. All right, I said that wrong probably. If we accelerate through this low here, and then if we push, not find resistance, but if we push, then that's where my objectives will be taking here. As you can see, this is somewhat kind of a breaker. If you wanted to go here, that's a low, high, lower low right there. I would say somewhere right here is 50%. So we have this fair value gap. If we find resistance there and we try to go back up, well, that's long term. All right, so I'm not thinking about that for right now. I am going to get into the 5-minute of this chart here. So I'm on a 5-minute right here. Let me see if I could, what is it, right here? Yeah, that was just me drawing some lines. I was operating on the 4-minute earlier, so okay. I did take a trade. I'll show you what that is. That was 3 ticks. It's Monday. I really shouldn't be trading for the rules, but I mean, I'm obsessed with this, so I wanted to get in. And as you can see, we're past the silver bullet. I'm no longer in a trading. I'm going to show executions right there, so you could see. I got in right there thinking, again, on the 4-minute, right? So on the 5-minute, let me get out of this first, all right? So my executions are right there, right? You could see, I'm gonna hover over it. Let me see if it gives me the value amount. But as you can see, those are live trades, literally. There you go. You could see that little blue. Let me just zoom in here for the sake of my purposes. I took literally 3 points. As you can see, there's the blue. I'm gonna do that a couple of times. Right there was right underneath that fair value gap. I mean, it just again, this is my journal. I'm learning it. I need to document this process. Let me see what I could do with this. I don't know, man. Like, I got a bigger, wider monitor, so it's kind of goofy. I have to adjust the stream a lot. I'm really curious how this will come out. I talk a lot. And yeah, that's just me here right now. I am a phantom. That's what I like to believe. I don't know what I'm talking. I'm rambling on. But looking at this fair value gap, I believe this is going to be an inversion. That is my objective as far as sell side. I think it's going to be a bearish day today. We're going to go low. I'm very curious to see at what point in time this will be a delivery. Again, this is a slop chop. We have no economic news. Let me see if I can pull that up here for you, or for me, I should say, rather. All right. News. Where is it? It's not coming up for me. All right. Well, we could always go here. All right, so there we go. So there we are. We have no medium or bike news. We got yellow folders, which is mean yellow gravy. And going back to MES, the charts. You see, now it's delivering. You see that on a 4-minute chart. So now I expect it within, I don't know, maybe 10 minutes, the next 3 candles, maybe 4 candles. I think it'll push down here. So we're in 1, 2, 3, 4, maybe, if anything, because at 11:20, this provided a good rejection, went into the first presented fair value gap on the 1-minute, which today it was at, hold on. Again, this is ES. I'm looking at MES specifically. Alright, let's try to keep this all within the view here. First presented fair value gap at 934, FPF VG. I gotta get that on my tongue. As you can see, it is now 11:22. It touched that, and again, you can still see my executions right here, where I entered, and where this went down right here. This is my first test all this whole morning. I was all over the place. I had to. I'm doing a little bit of car work. My car, I got into an accident. I'm trying to see what I could do with that, with the insurance. It's a long story. I'm also an Uber Eats driver. I'm just trying to make this work for me. So the funded account that I currently have, it is a $25,000 with Apex. This did take me about 4 months to get past. I mean, it was a struggle. The things that I was thinking through, the things that I was going through. I mean, even now, it's just so much fun. A struggle, a real struggle, yes. But fun it is. And again, I'm talking for myself. This is for me. I do talk a lot, especially when I'm stressed. I ramble a lot. But yeah, let's see this delivery here, and then I will go from there. But this delivery is something that I'm really interested in seeing right now. I also got my laundry going. I got my dryer on. I also have work today, starting at 2:30 p.m. Um, so there's that. But for now, let me just see what happens here. Yeah, so I was just looking at my Geico claim, and that's it. Like, I mean, yeah. Okay, so price is delivering. Let's go back to report. Clean it. Get rid of this. Yeah, I'm really curious to see how this all turns out. So if I'm still looking at the 4-minute here with the FPFVG there, again, this is, because if you look in the 5-minute, right, so let's go back down into the 5-minute here, right, I'm kind of explaining today's silver bullet here. Let me do some changes. Trading, let me take the execution, okay, hide my drawings here for a second. All right, there you go. So 5-minute, right? So 9, I want to make sure 9:30, that's our opening bell, rallied. I kind of did a lot of choppiness at 9:30, right? So as you can see here, we have our fair value gap right here, but again, our entry is not going to be here, right? But that's the first fair value gap on the 5-minute, right? I didn't see this initially on the 5-minute. Per the silver bullet models, you're supposed to look at the first obvious one. Of course, I didn't see this. I dropped down one more minute because again, I was expecting lower prices anyways because of that SMT I explained. So now here, this is our first FPFBG within that 30 minutes in the 4-minute chart, right? But I liked this one better because it left this range and it was in a premium as well. When you look at this high, this low to this high, this is within a premium right here. Plus you have this little volume imbalance here, so we included that in which I drew. Again, I'm going to just show that again one more time. You know what I mean? Right? That was just the ranges because that was the highest high with in the 930 range. You know, so 9 that was it got that taken out, and they took out both sides of the marketplace. That's kind of where I'm like, okay, so we're gonna have a little chop shop, right? And as you can see, it's not quite delivering. It's trying to push back up there. And then also, what also kind of really tells me that, see if I can pull this up here again. I'm using an indicator here, of course, just because, I mean, it plots things a little bit faster for me on the chart when I want to see it. But this line here, this is just, you could read it and believe it whatever you want. It's just simply the 50% range between a new week and a new day. So between your NWOGs and your NDOGs, this is the mid-range. And as you can see before 9:30, at 5:30, it hit it, found support, came back close to it, and then ran away. And that tells me that it wants to go here, but above the marketplace, there is no NWOGs or dogs, right? Everything is below the marketplace. And that's why I'm heavily on a bearish stance right now. As you can see, all this price action right here. I mean, if you were considered a market structure, right? I am not a professional. I am just an observer and a speculator right here. So all I can tell you is that, you know, if it really, really, really wants to run lower, it's got to break this low, right? And then eventually do its thing here in this gap. But for it to really become bearish long term, if I'm thinking what I'm thinking, and I'll explain that at a later time, it's got to exponentially or like really fast, right? Break low, okay, and just like a hot butter knife, Swiss cheese, hot butter knife, just drop and come back and test this area, possibly this area as resistance. Again, this is another one that's just in between. This is the midpoint between two gaps. What is that? Why did I put that there? How did that? Oh, okay, yeah, that was what I was showing you earlier on the 4-hour for the. But yeah, I'm all over the place right now. I got to start writing some of these things down, and I want to journal. You know, I'm a really horrible journaler. I gotta. Yeah, I say a lot. I'm sorry. Not really entertaining you guys here that much. But, and let me just put that there, and then, okay. Let's see what NQ is doing. You, definitely. Oh yeah, I forgot I had that there. Yeah. Yeah, that's our dollar right there. Yeah. On the, I got that on the ping. What the truck is it doing? There you go. That's what I wanted to do. Wrong key. Sorry, guys. That's the DXY. That's the dollar. So again, higher dollar, lower indices, risk on, risk off. There you go. That's our scenario right there. Let me see if I can find an XMP on a 4-minute here somewhere. Equal highs, lows, or equals here. Alright. I guess I can't really see because I got this huge monitor right here. It's a LG widescreen. I got it second hand. Works fantastic for me, no problems. Yeah, but these are my set of indicators that I got going on right here. I'll just show that right there. Alright, I got two of these. One's a wog and one's a dog. So the wogs and dogs are there. It's the same thing. It's just you got to toggle between it, so I'd rather have two of them up there, just like your EMAs, but I don't really look at EMAs. Okay, but back to looking at highs and lows. They look like it's pretty much similar right here, the highs and lows here. Highs and lows. Let's see, recent chart. Whoa. Yo. Alright, so your highs and lows, pretty equal. But yeah. NQ is not my favorite pair because I mean when I'm wrong I hurt. When I'm right it's like I can't ever catch it in time. ES is a little bit more slow. Again, as described by my mentor, it is a gentleman's market. It's like if you're sitting at a bar, whiskey, neat tux on, and you're just sipping away. Where NQ is kind of just like, adrenaline junkie type of situation going. Even though the same price action is available sometimes, it's just NQ is like an adrenaline junkie. When it moves and it delivers on price, that's what it is. It's like, oh, and then ES is kind of, man, it's a beautiful day for this sip right here. I don't know. I gotta work on my commentary. But again, I am doing this for me, not for you or anyone else. Higher dollar, lower prices, it's expected. So I want to talk about the NQ here for a bit. So let me see if I could do this. Oops. Oh, crap. When I keep doing this, I don't want my screen to get all... Okay, I don't know. Like, I don't know what's still going on with my stream. Okay. I don't know what's going on. But yeah, I got a couple tabs up here open. It's kind of like my working station. This is what I got going on right here for myself right now. So I'll let you guys know that's that. I'm really curious to see how this turns out on my stream. I don't even know how long I started. I actually gotta do better time management. But for now, let's put that away. Yeah, that's how I get rid. I'll leave that like that. All right. All right. Back in the 1 minute chart here on NQ. As you can see, that's my first FPFDG at 933. Goes down. Takes out some sell side right below here. And this is initially where you would use that, right? So you gotta look at this. 933, we're in our golden zone. You know, if you know who knows our golden zones here. You know, they're called something else, but I'm not gonna give away everything. You know, if you wanna learn what you wanna learn, find your mentor. He'll give you all the rules. I already told you who my mentor was at the near beginning of this video. And I'm just gonna rename this for myself. It is called something else, but this is my golden. This is my golden time right here. I'm gonna leave that there for a second. And my golden time technically ends right here. That's the golden time right there. From there to there. From here to there. That's the golden zone for me. But again, it's beautiful. Like, I mean, if you were looking at like, if you were looking at it like this, right? Let's see if I can make this work. Right. So I'm looking at OBS now. This is kind of weird. So if I were to mark out like my relative equal lows, I would have been like, okay, there's this, plus there's this imbalance here, right? But let's just say we'll take this low right here, right? And we'll take this low right there, right? So what is that? That's relative equal low. We keep going here in time. Our FPFPG, like I said, I already, NQ being the weaker pair because on the 4 hour we had that SMT on the high. Again, I wasn't even present at the moment on the chart when this took place. I was taking care of business. And again, being yellow gravy day, that was like, nope. But the beautiful delivery, if I was looking at that as initial sell side, right? Hit the FPVG, entry would be there, right? Stop loss. I would have put it right here. Now, it's recommended that you, with such a large range, you could have put it up there, right? And it came real close, right? And if I did put it right there, I would have been stopped out, absolutely. But again, with the day it is, it's a yellow gravy day, and it's not gravy for me. It's gravy for somebody out there trying to hunt me down. Again, you know, these are the times that we live in. We're in hunting season, so I would have been hunting, and I would have been hunted out, and I would have been a victim. But again, I didn't take this trade. I took that ES, and then I was like, well, I don't know if it's going to deliver or not, and it hasn't delivered it yet. We'll look at it again in a minute, and as you can see, had you put your stop here, look for that sell side, deliver, and done, and that would have been like what? So, alright, let's look at, oh, technically no, if, I mean, my entry would have been on this candle right here, right? You could see now, it delivered beautiful to that sell side, right? This has already happened. I'm just going over what went down this morning. It entered, right? So dropped, returned back in the golden zone, the golden time for me. I may rename that, but comes right there, right? A minute before that, right? Before it starts, okay. But since I already knew, I could have been like, all right, I could have entered there. That would have been chasing price, but ultimately have a limit or a minute before. I mean, it's these things, you know, with the yellow gravy days, right? It's not pretty to look at price, especially when it's doing this back and forth, which is a HRLR, high resistance liquidity run. I had to think about that, right? It's a HRLR, right? So of course you're not going to get things the way you want them. Precision's not there. We also have the symposium. So with that, I just wanted to be a speculator and just look and see where price is going. I don't want to participate that much. But again, I mean, oh, what am I doing? There you go. Control Z. This would have been a perfect silver bullet. Perfect. Liquidity run. Structure shift lower here. One more time it dipped below here. pop back up in the FVG. Again, so you could have put your stop here, here, or even here, you know, because again, if you're following the golden zone rule and not that, oh my God, this structure shift, go back in here and you know, and then you guys and you get stopped out, like I say, putting a stop there, because that's where I would have put my stop. But we're not within the golden time, right? So what is that? 9:40. This well, no, it left the FVG at 9:38. And then came back, and then he could have been like, oh wow, it's gonna like, and it opened right there, and you had entered right there at 9:39, putting your stop there, thinking I'm good. Like, nah, you're not good, homie. Because rules, right? Rules are important, and this is where my golden ticket is. Again, the delivery mechanism started again 1 minute, it opened, up, and then dropped, right? And then it never gave me a delivery. After that, it ran straight for liquidity. Liquidity being the gravy. The gravy was right there. Gravy, gravy. And now we're doing this right here, whatever this is. But let me look at my boy ES or MES. Let's get rid of you for now. So yeah, what my other charts lay out like. So there you got this one right here. Oh wow. So that's a 1 minute right here. That's the 1 minute right there. And then I got, again, this is an ultra wide, so I can't fit everything on this stream. And then I got a 5 right there. I got a 5 in the bottom and a 15 on the top. That's NQ. That's straight NQ, not the MNQ. Let me refresh this. Some chart, make it look all pretty. And then yeah. That's NQ. Let's go. And then I got an ES right here. Right. Same thing on the ES. I got a 15 and a 5 and a 1. You know, and I want to go over that 50-minute chart here if I can. I want to see some things here. But that's again. And I have that here for you. 15, 5, and the 1. And then, what is this, right? What is this? What is this? This is your crossovers, is what I like to call this. My crossovers. All right, crossovers. All right, so everything looks like it's good. All right, so these are, all right, bottom, Dirty 30 YM, the NQ, the adrenaline junkie, and the gentleman of the market, you know, the sophisticated, and that is just your risk on or risk off barometer, if you want to call it, right? Or not even a barometer, your indicator for risk on, risk off. YM is my barometer, and then the NQ are just the correlations I like to look at to see what is strong and what is weak. I got a 4 there. That's all on the 1 minute. These are all 1 minute charts right here. Again, I just want to see. I'm really curious if this turns out to be a good stream. That's all I can think about right now. You know, this is my first trade. Yeah, really excited. I want to make this a happy community here. I just want people to come, hang out, give your ideas, troll me, and then yeah, we'll go from there. You know, I don't know. Like, I got to sit down and make an actual schedule, right? And I want to show you what a journal would look like. So, like, going back, this is my action tab on TradingView, so I could see or operate, because you can only log into your brokerage on one tab, and this is what I use. And I'm not really good. See, now look at that push. Let's look at this push right here. I'm really interested. So I remember I told you I wanted to see 4 candles. Now I got like 8 going on. And then you got some more sell side right over here, right? And it really didn't come back. Okay, now it's pump drop in this. Alrighty. Nice, 10:55. Oh, I'm in Chicago. That's where I'm at. Alright, and everything is set to New York local time. Right there, New York local time. Alright. And see you give me the delivery. if anyone's interested in knowing what 3 ticks on an ES looks like, that's what it is. $2.71 is what I made today. I'm really, really happy about that because that's $2.71 I did not have. So no, I can't withdraw that because I am in a drawdown. That is where I'm in on my drawdown. Ever since I got the funded, I activated the account. I haven't taken a single withdrawal. Again, this is my 3rd funded account. I had one originally with Top Step, blew that. Then I got an Apex $100,000 lottery ticket scratch up type of deal. Now look at this right here. Look at this imbalance right here. I want to look at this imbalance and look at that interaction there, right? And let's see what it does. All right. Again, this is a 4-minute chart right here. 4-minute, right there. I'm just typing up a journal right now, just to write down my thoughts, and go from there. I like to put it down as a gray box when I am fairly unsure. Um, that's just how I operate. The colors are, when it's gray, I don't know. And when it's red or another color, you'll see what I'm trying to imply as the direction. All right, so I may end the stream here shortly, but I just wanted to show you what my form of a journal take looks like. Um, so this is just a journal here. I'm going to leave up here for you folks if you want to see. Um, I am willing to share a lot of things with you in the near future, and these are just, a positive community is what I'm trying to make. Again, the world is a beautiful place. I know there are some amazing people out there in the world, and I was told at a very young age some of the best things in life are given to you for free. And I want to hear everyone to think about that for a second. And again, I'm going to say that again. Some of the best things in life are always going to be free. With that being said, I want everyone to be in that moment where they get everything they want, the best things in life that they want. Uh, Again, there are a lot of things in life that you could be charged for, right? A lot of controversial things too, right? Narcotics is one thing, and it's not free, right? I'm just saying, if you've got a health issue, you have to pay for that, right? Um, and I want, I want the best things in life. And again, if I don't have to pay for it, then I want it. And again, the best thing given to me was this education here, and it was given to me for free. And I forever will thank my mentor. I'm going to say it again. I mentioned him early on in this stream, so I want to go back and rewatch it from the beginning and see how I fumble all over this first live stream. Please support me. Don't support me. Come here, be nice, troll me, make fun of me. Uh, don't hurt. If anyone ever joins this community and they just want to be a part of this, please don't pick on them. Don't be so rude. Uh, I currently have 0 people watching this stream right now live. Um, well, I actually do have one person, and we'll just leave that at that. And he'll always watch me. Uh, but again, take this as an example. I'm gonna end up taking some screenshots here in front of you to see what, so I can show you what that looks like as well, because you have to journal. Uh, that's how I was told. Good girlsy. Sometimes I don't even know what I'm doing half the time. All right. On the 1 minute, we're gonna do some annotations. We're gonna do some annotations here. Actually, not. I am gonna keep it pretty simple and clean for today. Do that red. So what I like to do, I like to leave all of this right there. So what I do is I just come here and I add in MMKU, AP, August, save it, and there that. That's because what happens is I'm not really good at keeping organizations and stuff. So I'll come down here and I will type in August, and there it'll pop up right there. Um, and there it is. Now look at that. And I don't know if I want to. I'll do. Let's see. No, I did that as a. Boop, 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 boop. Documents. See if that helps. No, but I'll look for that Word document when that comes up. I gotta find a better way for me to put that. So I could just type it in my search, because honestly, that's all I ever really use my computer for nowadays is mostly Word documents and TradingView. And a little bit of YouTube here and there, but like no gaming, no hard gaming. This is a Dell XPS, it's about 7 years old. Works fantastic, never really has crapped out on me. But yeah, it's a good laptop. It's a smaller laptop. Again, you could throw that in your backpack, go anywhere. I got a monitor hooked up to it, which is like an LG ultra wide curve. It's like not a huge ultra wide curve, but like a medium size. You know, what the size of a TV would be back in the day. It's kind of like two monitors, regular full size monitors, and it's just curved. That's how it is, but. So I gotta do all this extra stuff of like dragging the screen. I'm trying to see if there's a better way for me to do it, like, or maybe get a different one. I don't know. I'll figure that out when I get money. How about that? Pretty interesting that it went back up there at the FPFBG. But anyway, guys, thank you again so much for in the future, if you ever come back and look at this first stream right here, thank you for looking at it. If somebody had found this stream and just clicked on it, because again, I still have 0 views. I thank you so much for being here. This is my life. I'm thinking probably long term, a year from today, is when I want to be consistent in this. So show what NQ is doing right over here. But again, thank you for sticking around. I love every single one of you. You're all beautiful. You're one of a kind. You're amazing. And if you choose to go down this route of trading, I wish you best of luck, and I hope to see you guys here again someday. And maybe we get to interact. You know, I know there are a lot of live streamers of YouTube that do meet and greets or something like that. You know, I'm really introverted, but if yeah, for now I am going by the alias Phantom. I am Trader Phantom, ESXNQ. Until next time, ladies and gentlemen, and aliens, I love y'all.